Hello and welcome to Mega Conference Quiz Bowl. I'm your host, Mike McLean, and I'm here through the courtesy of the Taylor School District. This year we have 15 schools competing to advance to a state-level competition in April at MSU. Today's contest is between Woodhaven High School and Dearborn High School. Woodhaven is coached by Keith Weimer. Woodhaven, please introduce yourselves.
Kyle Ward, Jr.
Kristen Hollifield, Senior.
Josh Bola, Senior Captain.
Zach Heft, Senior.
Thank you. Dearborn High School is coached by John Lenders. Dearborn, please introduce yourselves.
Nick Silas, Senior.
Robert Range, Senior.
Zach Schneider, Senior Captain.
John Skeens, Jr.
And thank you. Our first quarter consists of 12 toss-up questions, each worth 10 points. Teams may not confer, and as always, please wait until I call on you before you begin responding. And here we go, toss-up one. What speech does the President of the United States deliver annually in late January? Robert?
State of the Union.
State of the Union is correct. Toss-up two. Two answers required. The Dead Sea, the lowest point on Earth, is located between what two countries? Josh?
Israel and Turkey.
That's incorrect. Zach?
Israel and Jordan.
Is correct. Toss-up three. Two spunky girls were the central characters in this slapstick 1950s era comedy. The theme song for the show was Making Our Dreams. Josh?
Laverne and Shirley.
Is correct. Toss-up four. A Spanish version of an electronic database will help Mexican authorities trace American firearms found in Mexico. This, according to what man? The U.S. Attorney General. Josh?
John Roberts.
That's incorrect. And that's time. His name is Michael Mukasey. Toss-up five. Much modern poetry is written without a regular rhythmic pattern and usually without rhyme. What term is used to identify? Kristen?
Free verse.
Free verse is good. Toss-up six. Does the power of setting up guidelines for chartering local governments belong to the federal government, the state government, both, or neither? Josh?
Neither.
That's incorrect. Zach?
Both.
That's also incorrect. It's state governments only. Toss-up seven. The Mexican president recently fired his interior minister and replaced him with a close ally in the cabinet to for the shake-up and help his government push economic reforms through Congress. Name the Mexican president. Zach?
Gonzalez.
That's incorrect. Zach?
Sanchez.
Also incorrect. It's Felipe Calderon. Toss-up eight. Give the term which is used to describe any valid deductive argument possessing two premises and a conclusion. The conclusion follows logically from the premises and is considered true if the premises are true. Zach?
Theorem.
That's incorrect. Josh?
Hypothesis.
Also incorrect. It's called a syllogism. Toss-up nine. In the final scene of Thomas Hardy novel, Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Tess flees with Angel Clare after murdering her villainous husband, Alec. The two tragic figures take refuge and spend their last moments together in what famous English heathen temple? Josh?
The Tower of London.
Incorrect. Clear? Robert?
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge is correct. Toss-up 10. During the celebration of Lent, what is the sixth Sunday or the Sunday before Easter known as? Robert?
Palm Sunday.
Is good. Current events. Iraq's parliament recently passed a law to ease restriction on members of what political party? The former party of Saddam Hussein, who are now returning to public life, one of the main political benchmarks set by the United States. Nicholas?
The Sunni.
That's incorrect. Josh?
The Turks.
That's also incorrect. It's the Baath Party, B-A-A-T-H. Toss-up 12. The Democratic National Convention selected what U.S. city to host the party's 2000? Zach?
Denver.
Denver is correct. That's the end of our first quarter. We'll return after a short break. Our second quarter is about to begin. It consists of 8 toss-up questions, each worth 10. A correct answer entitles that team to a set of 4 bonus questions, each worth 5. Teams may confer on the bonuses, but only the captain may give the answer. Any missed bonus questions will be rebounded to the opposing team. And here we go. Toss-up 1. The U.S. government has warned a small border city in Texas which opposes the U.S.-Mexico border fence, that it would sue the city under what law? The inherent power of government to seize private property without the owner's consent in order to secure access to the property. Zach
Eminent domain.
is correct. Your bonus questions are about New Jersey. Ready? Number 1. Name the scientist known for his theory of relativity.
Albert Einstein.
Good. Number 2, the New Jersey University in which he taught.
Princeton.
Correct. Number 3, the man who invented the kinetoscope.
Oh, John.
Incorrect. Woodhaven?
Kinetic. What? Kinetic.
No answer.
That'd be Thomas Edison. And back to Dearborn, name the park where most of Edison's inventing took place.
Menlo Park.
Is correct. Toss up 2, both teams. 5 species of the genus Brucella are among the relatively few bacteria, with 2 of them. Those found in prokaryotes lack the histones that organize those found in eukaryotes and also tend to be circular rather than adopting the linear form, with P and Q arms found in eukaryotes. Name these generic structures, of which most human cells have 46. Robert
Chromosomes.
is correct. Your bonus this time are in math.
Sweet.
Number 1, what's the least common multiple for 3, 6, and 8?
24.
Correct. Number 2, which term used in geometry describes a convex polygon that is both equilateral and equiangular?
Congruent.
No. Woodhaven.
Coterminal.
Sorry, the answer is regular. Back to Dearborn. If f of x equals the greatest integer function, evaluate the function at x equals 1/2.
1.
That's incorrect. Woodhaven?
2.
Also incorrect. It's the greatest integer not bigger than 1/2. The answer would be 0. And number 4, Dearborn. What is the log of 32 base 2?
3.
That's incorrect. Woodhaven?
64.
Also incorrect. What I was asking you is 2 to the what power gives you 32? And that's 5. Toss up 3, both teams. Name the Spanish explorer who first sighted present-day Florida in March of 1512. Josh?
Cortez.
That's incorrect. Robert?
Augusta.
Also incorrect. It's Ponce de Leon, searching for that fountain of youth. Toss up 4. In the Lewis Carroll novel Through the Looking Glass, what royal declares, "Off with her head"? Robert?
Mary, Queen of Scots.
That's incorrect. Josh?
Victoria.
Also incorrect. It's simply the Queen of Hearts, Alice, Through the Looking Glass, Alice in Wonderland. Toss up 5. A small team from Scotland Yard, located in what country, recently traveled to Pakistan to join the investigation into the assassination of opposition leader Benazir Bhutto? Kyle?
England.
England is correct. Your bonus questions are about musical instruments. Ready, Woodhaven? Number 1. Which instrument, named for the Italian words for soft and loud, did Italian Bartolomeo Cristofori invent in 1701?
Pianoforte.
Pianoforte.
Acceptable, or piano. Number 2, which stringed instrument played by Russian-born Gregor Piagorsky is supported by a spike, rests on the floor, and is played by a seated musician?
No, cello.
Cello.
Correct. Number 3, in Saint-Saëns' dance macabre, which instrument plays the rattling of the bones?
Tambourine.
Tambourine.
No, Dearborn. Captain Nunes.
Good trumpet.
No, that's incorrect. This is xylophone. Xylophone, bones. Back to Woodhaven, last one. Who invented the saxophone?
Ray Charles.
Dearborn.
No, we don't know.
Adolph Sax.
Oh.
Toss up 6. Prior to drafting the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson was inspired by this publication. Thomas Paine explained why the separation, yes,
Common sense.
common sense is correct. This time your bonus questions are in inventions. Number 1, who invented the helicopter?
Da Vinci.
No.
Sikorsky.
Woodhaven. Sikorsky is correct. Back to Dearborn. Who invented vulcanized rubber? Need an answer, Captain?
Michelin.
No. Woodhaven.
Goodyear.
Goodyear is correct. Back to Dearborn. Who invented the zipper?
Ben Franklin.
No. Woodhaven.
Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Edison.
Whitcomb Judson. And back to Dearborn for the last one. Who invented analytical geometry?
Euclid.
No. Woodhaven.
Euripides.
No. Analytical geometry, merging the algebra with the geometry, made the grid. Rene Descartes. Cartesian plane. Next one is the math question, by the way. Toss up 7, math question. The mean score on a set of 30 tests is 82. What is the sum of the 30 scores? Josh?
2,460.
Yes. Okay. And your bonus questions are in chemistry. Chemistry, here we go. Number 1 for Woodhaven. Type of chemical bond typically formed between atoms of metallic and non-metallic elements of widely different electron negatives.
Ionic.
Correct. The German who invented the gas burner for heating substances in scientific laboratories.
Bunsen.
Correct. 2 gases combine in the production of ammonia. Name the 2 gases.
Nitrogen and hydrogen.
Correct. And the 4th one. The term for a group of 6 chemical elements that react with difficulty, if at all, with other elements.
Noble gases.
That is also correct. Last toss-up of the round. Which 10-letter word found in the Bible is comparable to the Norse term Ragnarok, or the day of doom? Robert?
Apocalypse.
That's incorrect. Zach?
Armageddon.
Armageddon is correct. And Woodhaven, your bonus questions are about composers. Number 1, composer of Peter and the Wolf.
Tchaikovsky.
Incorrect. Dearborn?
Pass.
Sergei Prokofiev. And back to Woodhaven, The Four Seasons. Captain?
Handel.
That's incorrect. Dearborn?
Vivaldi.
Vivaldi is correct. Back to Woodhaven. Carmen?
Bizet.
Bizet.
Correct. And the last one, La Traviata.
Cartier.
That's incorrect. Dearborn?
Beethoven.
That's also incorrect. It's Joe Green. Giuseppe Verdi. That's the end of our first half, and we'll be back in a moment to verify our score and begin our second half. We're back to begin the third quarter of our match. The score after the first half of a very close match is Dearborn High School 105 and Woodhaven High School 95. We have a sub for the Dearborn team. Please introduce yourself.
Adam Pruitt, Jr.
Thank you. And a sub for the Woodhaven team.
Julius Slaggy, senior.
Thank you both. Our third quarter is our lightning round. Each team has 60 seconds to correctly answer 10 questions. Teams may confer, but only the captain may give the answer. Questions not answered correctly will pass to the opposing team. The trailing team in this case is Woodhaven, and Woodhaven, you have your choice of the following 3 categories: mathematics, spelling, and music.
Spelling.
Spelling it is. Only direction, spell the following words. Here you go. Number 1, glaucoma.
G-L-A-U-C-O-M-A.
Correct. Gristly.
G-R-I-S-T-L-Y.
No. Guile.
Pass.
Gabardine.
Pass.
Galore.
G-A-L-O-R-E.
Correct. Gazette.
G-A-Z-E-T-T-E.
Correct. Ginseng.
G-I-N-S-E-N-G.
Yes. Granular.
G-R-A-N-U-L-A-R.
Correct. Gratuitous.
G-R-A-T-U-I-T-I-T-O-U-S.
Yes. Grotesque.
G-R-O-T-E-S-Q-U-E.
Correct. And that's time. And we got 7 of them. So 3 will pass to Dearborn. Dearborn, here you go. Ready? Gristly.
G-R-I-S-S-L-Y.
No. Guile.
G-U-I-L-E.
Correct. Gabardine.
G-A-B-E-R-D-I-N-E.
That's incorrect. It's G-A-B-A-R. And Gristly, G-R-I-S-L-Y. 7 for Woodhaven, 1 for Dearborn. Dearborn, your remaining choices are music or mathematics.
Math.
Perform the following operations with fractions. Give the answers in simplest terms. And here we go. 1/2 times 3/4.
3/8.
Correct. 2/7 plus 4/7.
6/7.
Correct. 6/8 minus 1/4.
1/2.
Correct. 7/20 plus 7/20.
14/20.
No. 6/7 divided by 8/7.
42/49.
No. 1/3 times 6.
2.
Yes. 1/2 plus 1/4.
3/4.
Yes. 2/3 plus 3/4.
7/8.
No. 1/7 times 1/8. And that's time. Didn't get to number 10. I have 5, and that means 4 will pass to Woodhaven. Woodhaven, here we go. Ready? 7/20 plus 7/20.
7/10.
Correct. 6/7 divided by 8/7.
Pass.
2/3 plus 3/4.
15/12.
No. 1/7 times 1/8.
1/56.
Yes. 6/7 divided by 8/7. And time. And we had 2. The one that nobody got, 6/7 divided by 8/7 is 3/4. And 2/3 plus 3/4 is 17/12, or 1 5/12. And number 10 we didn't get to. Okay, that's the end of our 3rd quarter. We'll be back in a minute to check our score and begin our 4th quarter. Our 4th quarter is about to begin, and it will be the deciding quarter. We have a very close match. We have 15 toss-up questions, each worth 20. And here we go. Toss-up 1. The trouble with some sports is that some players simply do not get much playing time. In basketball, what are these substitute players called? Zach?
Bench warmer?
Yes. Toss-up 2. In a sign of growing concern about the impact of supposedly green policies, What 27-nation bloc has proposed a ban on imports of certain biofuels derived from crops grown on certain kinds of land, including forest, wetlands, and grassland? Josh
The European Union.
is correct. Next one's a math question. What complex number is the square of the complex number 3 minus 5i? In simplest form. Robert,
9 minus 25i.
incorrect. Zach,
I.
that's also incorrect. Okay. A lot of problems. You have a binomial, binomial, 4 answers, some collect. It's negative 16 minus 30i. Toss up 4, both teams. What country recently said it would never recognize an independent Kosovo, but will not use violence to prevent the country's ethnic Albanians from establishing their own state? Josh,
Yugoslavia.
incorrect. Zach,
Serbia and Montenegro.
Judge. I'm going to have to say no. Okay. Toss up 5. What is the SI, or International System? Robert?
System International.
Sorry. Unit of frequency. Josh?
Hertz.
Hertz is correct. Toss up 6. Who was the first president to give a State of the Union speech on TV? He gave it January 6th, 1947. Josh?
Truman.
Truman is correct. Toss up 7. Give the full name of the acronym NATO. Josh?
National Alliance Treaty Organization.
No. Dearborn?
North American Trade.
Zach?
North American Treaty Organization.
That is incorrect. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Toss up 8. This term is used to describe when one judges another culture according to one's own values. Kristen?
Prejudice?
That's incorrect. For example, an American who disapproves of a religious practice or political structure in another society because they are different from ours is practicing this behavior. What? Adam?
Stereotyping.
Also incorrect. Ethnocentrism. Toss up 9. Who is the majority leader of the U.S. Senate? Josh? Answer, please.
Roy Blunt.
Incorrect. Dearborn? And that's time. It's Harry Reid. Toss up 10. A faction in what man's coalition pulled out of the Israeli government, weakening the prime minister at a time when he needs broad support to reach a peace deal with the Palestinians by the end of the year? Josh?
Arafat.
That's incorrect. And that's time. The Israeli prime minister is Ehud Olmert. Toss up 11. Although they do not require soil for growth, they frequently help form it. What is the name given to these flowerless plants which consist of algae and fungi? Robert?
Lichens.
Is correct. Toss up 12. Peace Breaks Out is a sequel to what 1960 work by John Knowles? Josh?
War and Peace.
That's incorrect. And that's time. A Separate Peace. Toss up 13. Eric Idle, Michael Palin, Terry Jones, Graham Chapman, Terry Gilliam, and John Cleese were 6 members of what famous? Zach?
Monty Python.
Is correct. Current events. Name the senator from Massachusetts that endorsed Barack Obama for president. He is one of many politicians. Josh?
Ted Kennedy.
Is correct. And the last one of the round and the match. What is the name of the new ultra-thin laptop recently in Julius?
MacBook Air.
Is correct. That's the end of our match. We'll be back in a minute for the final score. Our final score for today's match is Woodhaven High School 305 and Dearborn High School 205. Congratulations, both teams. was a good contest, which means Woodhaven moves on to the next round of our playoffs. In our next match, Romulus High School plays Taylor Kennedy High School. Please join us. This is Mike McLean saying goodbye from Mega Conference Quiz Bowl.